English 121, Analyzing and Synthesizing Ideas, from the Allen and Bacon Guide, pages 301 to 322. Your text refers to analysis as a process of breaking down a text into its constituent parts to study the relationships among them. Synthesis, on the other hand, involves putting together constituent elements or parts to form a whole, requiring original creative thinking. Putting the parts back together in some new fashion is the foundation of synthesis. You're wrestling with ideas from different texts or sources, trying to forge a new whole. This process involves what the philosopher George William Frederick Hegel called dialectic thinking. Hegel stated that when a thesis clashes against an antithesis, it leads the thinker to formulate a synthesis encompassing dimensions of both the original thesis and the antithesis. Sometimes this type of dialectic thinking will prompt you to write a synthesis essay, which moves beyond analysis to show how a writer interacts with a group of texts, explores the alternative perspectives on an issue, and presents a new enlarged perspective of the writer's own. The most important part of writing a synthesis essay is posing a synthesis question. Most academic and professional writing begins with the posing of a problematic question that sends the writer off on an intellectual journey through a group of texts. The synthesis question directs you to look for ways that a group of texts are connected and ways that they differ in their approaches to a particular issue. Your synthesis question helps you zero in on a problem that several texts address or that you are trying to resolve through your research, where your goal is to achieve your own informed answer to the question, a view that is based on ideas from multiple sources but that reflects your own intellectual process of discovery and independent thinking. This type of writing has a strong connection to summary and response writing. In synthesis writing, you are still listening closely and carefully to texts as you summarize them to determine their main points, and then you move on to critiquing or responding to both the rhetorical features and the ideas of the text. In this way, synthesis writing involves both with and against the grain thinking. The analysis builds the platform from which you begin your own independent thinking based on the synthesis question. A synthesis extends the process of summary and response to more texts with the aim of bringing them into a conversation with each other. The synthesis shows how you have taken apart, made sense of, assessed, and recombined the ideas of those texts. A synthesis typically includes the following features: a statement of a synthesis question that is problematic and significant, short summaries of the original texts, a thesis that indicates your new perspective, and your analysis of relevant key points in the texts. Keep these strategies in mind for effective analysis and synthesis of ideas.